Right. Yes, today we will start. Wait, why this is not starting properly? Just let me reload the overlay. Alright, now it seems to be okay. Yes, but the follower, I wonder why here it shows 199 and then in Twitch it shows 200. Doesn't matter. Alright. Today we will there was a bug which appears yesterday with the pipe function. I mean, it's still the pipe function, assigns a few days, but it's coming to an end soon. The bug which what I'm talking about is the following. When I have this distributor and I place it, and for example, when I click one slot here, we see click got. But when we do it here and we click in the first slot, it's also working. In the second slot, it's also working. But then we reload it and it's not working anymore. Like it's not connecting it anymore. Just when we open it up, change. Get children on a null value. Alright, because this is not existing. Okay, this I can understand that this won't work and only works when we start the distributor new. Actually we don't. Oh, we call it here, right? Yes, here. But here we just have to say if current state equals distributor state dot 2 point. Only then we have to do this one, and this bug won't happen anymore. But the other bug, which I mean I don't get it why this is happening, as I thought we reconnect them with every toggle click. But as you can see here, when we click on it, it's working. Change it to 3, also 3, it's working. This is not working anymore. After we toggle, we can't interact with this slot anymore. And this is something what I need to repair today, but I do not know why this is happening and what we can do to repair it. As yesterday, when I watching into this interface, we can see here in toggle button, we update the storage here. We adding the child here, and then we update the storage here. And for some random reason, it seems like that it's not connecting them. I mean, this function, I think, is... Yes, on slot clicked is this function which will call the callable, which just give us the click got function. For some reason, it's not connected to the slots, which are created just afterwards. Then I was thinking maybe it's happening too fast, so that this function of updating the storage data is happening before this one is instantiated. So what I gonna do now is get tree dot create timer 1 second dot timeout, and this we'll also do here. And then we will check if the reason for that is that this function got called too fast. Maybe this is the reason, but maybe not. Let's see. I mean, click got will always also be called when we just click got, click got. Wait. Ah. Did you see this? Okay, so this is the problem. But what is the best way? Okay. Did we have a script here? No. But we can create a script for distributor interface. No, for input UI. Or we don't need to create a script. We will just a distributor interface rather than update the storages here. We will connect get node vbox container, not this one, dot connect, and we will child entered tree. We will connect it with change input UI. Then we'll create this function, this one, and we got a node here. This is current input UI as a node. And then we just say if it's containing 2, then we'll do this one. All right. Save. And when we do everything right, we don't need to do this here anymore. And hopefully this will work. Let's start the game, the full game. Alright, it's not working. Um, I mean, I could imagine that this happens also a bit too fast, but it got called actually just right after it's already finished. Hä? So it's happening too early. I don't get it. This one does not get called because right now, 100% when I check the UI, the distributor interface has 2 and 3 input UI. Even I delete it first and then add the other one, which makes it a bit weird. As you can see here, when we load, when we toggle the button, remove current input scene, we just remove it here. Does await help maybe? Or what if I don't do await when I just see directly free? Thank you, Laurie, for following. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. The overlay is still not updating. I have to update it manually. And even that isn't working properly. Hi, my favorite developer, how are you doing? Hello, Dread Devil, welcome. Dread Devil, today on YouTube. How are you doing? And hello, Lori, how are you doing? Let's start the game. Load. And I think now it should work. I mean, we should not get this error. At least we should not get this error. Yes. Just finished work, so now I'm fine. Great. But we still can't oh, everything works fine right now. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I just was working on it even after stream because sometimes I have the problem that I can't go sleep when I don't finish a problem. So just after stream, I just was keep going, working on this bug, but maybe the better choice would be that I just go sleep. Not working on it. Yes, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I just joined your stream wherever I see your stream. All right. Great. Yes, this one is also something what we implemented yesterday. We can change now properly. What is happening here? Another problem just appears here, which we need to fix. And I think this is this one. Hopefully it's this one. Otherwise, this path ignore and stop function or this states of UI makes me a bit crazy. I mean, I understand how they works, but most times it just makes me has a lot of problems. The problem is when this mouse appearing that with here nothing can be dropped and I drop it, this will just disappear, and when this disappear, the player has a big problem. I mean, actually, he just have to reopen the interface and it will have... Maybe not. That's why we always have to be sure that this does not happen. So this button also needs to be set to create a clone of the one you're picking up and set the original to visible. Hello, Sarah Skulls. Yes, this would work, but that if I want this function, when you drop it, check if it's a valid drop location, delete the original if so. Yes, the problem is to check if it's a valid drop position is that I can only check it with notification. With the notification call. And I was Googling yesterday if this is a clean way to work. I have to do something like, how is it called? Notification. Notification what? And then if what is... not if what equals error can't drop. Drop something, I forgot it. Can you not use the same signals you are using for picking it up? I'm not sure if you was here yesterday, but I'm now working with built-in input. There's already a built-in drag and drop function inside Godot. So the only thing for drag and drop is an arrow slot. I just have this function and this function. So drop data is, I mean, this is drop data, but where do I have get here? Drag data. You can got the information. And no, I was busy with work yesterday. Yeah, no worries. And yes, and when I have can drop data, I can't just send it back to the original position because I also put it out of the tree. So when I drag something, it will be a child of this one directly rather than of its original position. And with hide and show, it would probably work, but I'm not sure if it's a good way to coding something with working with the notification function to get the I just googled it yesterday. That was a solution they just had up in Reddit post. Failed drop signal. Oh, maybe they have a better one. How to detect an unsuccessful drop and drag data. I think I got this one yesterday. And here, if what equals notification drag and not, I mean, and check if it's a fail. And then just make it visible again and everything is fine. But just say, I mean, this I do not know if this is good. Is there something in project settings? Just thought maybe you can set behaviors. I didn't see anything inherently wrong with it, but I also don't know what those functions that were mentioned do. Worst case, try it, and if it's bad, you can just refactor it later. The thing is, this year will be called whenever any notification is called. That first part of the if should short circuit most of those calls anyway. I mean, yes, it would. And rather than deleting it in the old slot, I'll just hide it. But my idea, what I have, I mean, my workaround for this one was that I have this I have this UI inventory interface anyway on the whole screen. And when the player is dropping it, I have this drop data and it will just put it back where it was before. Shouldn't be that much of an issue. Odds are you've already got the overhead of the function under the hood with a no-op implementation. Wait, odds are you've already got the overhead of the function under the hood with a no-op implementation. My hope was to detect the drop fail with something inbuilt rather than checking for the notification, you know? But maybe the do it with the notification is the wanted way Godot want you to do it. Oh, but wait, maybe I can ask the internet. Just a second. Just beside it. Maybe I got a fast response. And failed drop. Just a second, just a second. And where's drag? Where do I have drag? Drag, 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 drag. Here, get drag. All right. I'm basically saying if you worry about performance, it's not gonna be an issue that everything is calling it. Odds are it already is. All right. I mean, I don't worry about the performance. I do not know. Somehow I just don't feel right to use the notification thing. But maybe the notification thing function is the way how Godot intends to want that you work with it. So maybe I'll go for it. Um, where did I stop before? And actually, right now, the only thing what I need to do is to set this one to pass. Notifications are just signals with a fancy name. Maybe that's true. I think this is true. All right. Um, I mean, actually, now it's working also, the way I did it right now. The only bad thing what could happen now with this version is when the player is doing this one, going out of the screen. It will disappear. But in best case, I think this will also happen with the other way. Um, because it's the other way. Wait, maybe I should try it. Um, but I think I should start somewhere in the global. Because if this is the way to go, I should call it from here. Notification call. Notification if what location drag and um can check the cursor position and make sure it's inside the UI canvas. Am I right to assume you returning false disallows you from dropping it? Wait. So that can drop or is drop valid or whatever it was that you just returned true. Am I right to assume returning false disallows you from dropping it? If so, you can check the cursor position and make sure it's inside the UI canvas. Wait, that's something what could work probably. But what will happen when it's... I just wait. Distributor. Where do I have it? But right now the failing function, I don't have anything for this yet. Okay, seems like no one want to tell me. Um, but this one, but how I will check it? Did I have something like has point or how will I check for if it's still in the... I regularly remember there being some sort of math utility function to get the cursor position right to the UI viewport. If it's outside, it will obviously be a value greater than the width or negative value. Drop mark, drop color. To go soon, got my stand-up meeting in 10 minutes and then prepare for a busy day. Alright. Workday just start for you, so sadly won't be here for much longer. Alright. So when it's just starting, so you are maybe from the US. Right? It's 9:21 a.m. for me. Well, and for me it's just 10:21 p.m. for me. It's 14 hours to the west. That means you are at least in the time zone of East USA. So quite literally the opposite of the world. Yes. Alright, alright. Drop mode on item, drop mode disabled. And none of that would help me. It's just a cursor. Thanks for following in YouTube. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Hmm. Hmm. And I need a safer way for moving this. Alright, maybe I go for the notification thing. And then I'll just send the child 0 from this one to this one and child 0 from this one to this one. There I don't need to deleting something. Alright. If what is notification drag and here we need a variable. This is current dragged arrow. So when we drag something in arrow data, we will not queue freeze anything. We'll set the drag preview, arrow sprite, direction, current parent. All of that is very fine. And we say current dragged arrow, but a global current dragged arrow equals self. Then we say hide. Then we need the inventory data thing, inventory interface. Scroll down. This one, actually, we don't need that anymore. That's really cool that you get drag and drop out of the box now. So I remember having to implement this myself years ago. I was thinking the same, but not this one. I found threads where they was calling about the drag and drop function in 2019. But I do not know where I found it. And I was very shocked. I do not know where I found it yesterday. Oh, making a drag and drop system, I see. I just made it myself from the ground up, lol. Yes, but there's an inbuilt drag and drop function in Godot, so actually you don't need to do it yourself. And for my inventory, I did it myself. But for this function where I need it right now again, there I won't use, I mean, there I will not create my own again. I wish I would know it a bit before. As this one is so simple, you even have this get drag function. And wherever you want to drop it, you have this can drop data and drop data function. This is so simple. Okay, actually here also we don't want to queue free something. We don't want to create any new error. Yeah, I saw the inbuilt one and it straight up is not what I wanted, or at least I didn't think I could stretch it to be like I want it. Yes, I mean, I'm missing one function in this one, and this is I need a signal or anything which will be called when a drop fails. That it will just come back to the old slot where it was before. That the texture rect will be just there where it was beforehand. I mean, I found a way now which is just hiding it and then make it visible again. Which is, for my case, it's just fine, but for my inventory, I think it won't work to just hiding something and then make it visible again. It's a learning experience for sure. A few days ago, you didn't know about polymorphism, but now you do, and now you get use it going forward. Same case with the drag and drop. Since you did your own implementation, you can have a more fundamental understanding on how it works. Yes, that's true. That's true. It's always a learning, and that's great. What do you mean fails? When you drop the data where it can't be dropped. I can show you this one. But I'm not sure. I was in the middle of just rewriting everything. Maybe nothing will work here, but we'll see. For Distributor, this one, the machine, the player can use to have like a pipe to send items through to any direction. And he can set the inputs and the outputs. Way of texture, right? The base object. Just a second. Again. RIP. No. Nothing is failing here. Everything still works just fine. Same. Um, Hä? Invalid assignment, current dragged arrow. Oh, got a bounce, but good luck, bud. Thank you very much. Hopefully see you again. Oh crap, late for my stand-up. No worries, it's just a team stand-up. I had the same things. We had the stand-up once in a week. Actually, it always was the same. Did someone have something to say? No? Okay. Here, this is a good example. You can see the arrow turns to a red circle, and this is where drop will fail. I just copied them over. Wow, that looks fucked. Yes, at the moment because I just because I'm in the middle of changing. It will work soon. If what notification drag and wait, but how? I mean, how they want you? All right, you just got the end, but an end can be also successful. But that's a different kind. Such as a dash. You have a variable called what? So goddamn funny to me. That's an inbuilt. Actually, this is an inbuilt variable. This one, you can't. I mean, you can rename it for sure, as it's just an int. But this notification is doing it on it's auto. It's an autofill. And I also like it. That this is what. To test if the drag failed or not, another option is to change the mouse cursor image with the input set custom mouse cursor like invert. Alright. If what equals and get viewport.gui is drag successful. But where do he got this function? I'm really sorry for the advertisements in the background, but I hope they'll finish soon. You can prevent the mouse cursor to... But you don't have this function GUI is drag successful. Or do you? I'm making multiplayer myself right now, and it's not that hard once you get it. It's like learning a language. Yes, I would say co-op multiplayer with Godot is actually easy, very easy. But make it server-based with several servers will always synchronize the clients with, I mean, with every client and the clients will be synchronized to the server and store the data properly and everything else. This makes it very complicated. All the backend stuff. But co-op things is very... I already did it. I mean, I have a test game here where I try to do it. I mean, where I did it, but I wanted to have a real multiplayer lobby where people can meet. But this makes it very impossible. So I just was giving up on the multiplayer thing for now. But I will add a multiplayer way with like Minecraft servers, for example, where you keep it in co-op, where the player is hosting the server by him on his own. Not that it's hosted on a server, which I would take care then, or someone else. I just want to know if someone was replying me, but I think not. Sadly. I just thought I will get in. But did you already have a game which you can... I mean, a playable game online? Will you participate in the Pirate Software Game Jam? It's in January, and I think not. Because it's in January, this is a bad timing for me because there I'm in vacation. But I would like to join it once, maybe next year in July. The second game jam. He actually, I think he do it twice a year. Will you participate? I probably should get back to work. Alright, you're at work right now. I'm watching Twitch. May I have to talk with your boss right now? Alright, have a nice one then. Thanks for joining, actually. Just make it work. But now the notification drag end. But how I can get a failed drag? This is what we wanna check. And what a GUI is dragged successful. What? It's a thing. But then even then, I can just do it in the viewport. Actually, I just can do then, and then I have to say, and now we have to check in arrow data that we don't queue free something and that we don't create something. Like here. But when drop data is successful, the only thing what we need to do, child count will be always over 0, so we don't need this here. And we don't need to call this update thing. The only thing what we need to do is data.currentParent reparent current parent dot get child. Wait. This one is arrow slot. So here we need to got the current child. So get node get child 0. And then we need to reparent this one, but without get child dot reparent and wait. Dot reparent. New parent is this one. Then we have to do it data dot reparent this one. So they're just switching the position. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh, and we forgot something. Data is not visible at the moment, so we say data dot so let's see. Non-existing function GUI is drag successful in base canvas layer UI. Huh? Is it not? Huh? Cannot pronounce the... Huh? Maybe this way. Hello Cupix, welcome. How's it going? I try my best. I think I showed the wrong one. How you doing? Good. It's been a long week with lots of work, but I think I have a day or two of free time now. Great. And it's almost weekend. And actually, I almost have weekend. Just one day. Why is data.show not working? Let's try it. Yeah, we also got our speech to text stuff going now. What do you mean is going? Working? Working, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Data.show. Why it's not working? Why you not working? Why this is not be caught? I mean, actually, it's reparenting. That's works fine. But show is not show. Get node margin container dot get child 0 dot visible equals true. Visible equals true. Will you work now? Let's try. I see I think the problem is here again that this one took a while. It took a while too long. And that's why this one will be not called right in time. Right when we in UI and we go to inventory interface and we go to VBox container, distributor, margin container, VBox container to input. So we still have 4 arrow slots. Oh, it's empty. By the way, what are you currently working on? I'm not sure if you was here when I was talking about the distributor, but yes, you was here, I'm sure. This is a distributor where you can send items from one part, from one side, from two sides to another two sides. And when I was scribbling around, uh, I have to do right. I don't think I ever record you explaining the pipes and stuff. All right. Yes, this is kind of a distributor, and I was figuring out how you could make it looks like. When I scribble around, I find out there could be just two useful states for this. One is that you have two inputs and two outputs that you can choose. Okay, it should go from right to left, from right to left. And this is the input here on this side, and it will go throughout on the left side. I mean, right now the arrows are not working properly. And you can do it this way also, but you can also switching them this way and so on. And then there's a state where you can have like 3 inputs and 1 output. Then I was thinking maybe you could have also 1 input and 3 outputs, but as the pump in function is as fast as the pump out function, it doesn't make sense to have 3 outputs for 1 input. So when you got 1 item per second, then only the first slot will be used all the time. The second slot will never have got any items, and the third slot never ever. So there was just these 2 options that you have 2 inputs, 2 outputs for 4 slots, and 3 inputs, 1 output. And the 3 inputs and 1 output is working the way that it always iterates through slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and so on. Otherwise, we would have the same problem that it will just take out the items from slot 1 until forever, and slot 3 maybe will never have the chance to have the items got taken. So the idea for the 3 to 1 slots is that you can connect, for example, 3 do not know same types of machines, seed extractors, for example, and they will be pumped all to the same chest, for example. And the 3 to 1 slot is actually a bit faster than the 2 to 2 slots in total. Otherwise, it would also not make sense to keep them to have this 3 to 1 slot. But this arrow thing is making me crazy. Something about the reparent is not working here. I think I get it. Okay, alright. If not, it's not too bad, I think. I think I will show it later when it's working again, but properly. Cannot call method reparent on the null value. But why data is a null value? Oh, it's because there's no children. Data.reparent is not properly working. And I thought data would be... Wait. What is happening when I drag something? This is what I see. The drag data is just a copy. Not actually the real. So it would work when I do this, right? It was failing. Why I don't got the arrow back? This is something what we need to find out now. This dot show. But maybe we say visible equals true. Even thought that this is the same, but sometimes it's not working with show. Let's see. Wait, where is it now? Let me check if it's still existing. UI, inventory, VBox, distributor, margin container, VBox container, to input, input arrow group. And this one has a child, this one has a child, this one has a child, and this one has a child. This is all right. And output has a child. Has also a child. They are just not visible for some random reason. So when I understand right, this never got called. This never got called. But why? Oh, I know why. Equals false. Because we have to check if it's not. If not, GUI is drag successful. And when we do everything all right, and we go here and we fail it, it will just jumps back like it's supposed to be. But I see another problem. And this is here. When we just drop it here, it will disappear. Oh, it will not. We made it. We just made it. And now we just need to make it savable. Distributor interface. This function will get called anytime the player is switching one arrow to another. current change slot to direction. Alright. Alright. We need to, when we have a current interacting machine, this one, current interact storage, we need to reset the arrows whenever we loading this UI new. So in load data, nope, set storage data 2, nope, not here. This is something for later. But in we need a third function. Which will not be called in. This we need to call here whenever it's coming into the scene. There's 2 or 1. And also in ready. Right? Am I right? But the problem, why I don't set the storage data in ready? Or at least update them. Actually have to update them too. Alright. And what we also need to do is update arrows. And this function is what we are setting now. This is disconnect. This will add here. Function will leads to void pass, and this will also leads to void. I just heard it's better to always write it. So Godot is just going through it a bit faster. This is what I read somewhere. I'm not sure if that is true, but I just do it so it's right. And it's also a bit easier to understand. Okay, this will be always a node or null. This will be always a void and so on. To check it later on when you check your own code. All right, update arrows. So what the best way to update them? And where do we store them? Let's go to Distributor. Here we have left, up, right, down. And also the order int and the type. The type will always be input or output, and the order int is always if it's 1, 2, 3, or 1 or 2 or whatever. This is something what we need to do now. So if current interact storage dot, here we need to get the current state. Current state equals dot distributor state dot to input. All right. Okay, now we just need to. How's the best way to store this data? Load data. Right now it's loading this way. We queue-free the current. We just queue-free the current one. Then we set a new arrow data, preload, instantiate, new arrow data dot direction. We set the direction. Then we say arrow data equals new arrow data. All right, this is fine. And where do we set? Oh, here. Okay, so we need to set the direction to get the right texture. And where do we get parent? So load data, is that what we need to call here? Which will be called when it's unready. All right. So we have to call load data from arrow slot from distributor interface. All right, so we need a variable which will be current arrow settings as a dictionary. And here we will store the following datas. I mean, here we will make it empty for sure. Alright, this is wrong. And now we want to store the data. I'll just make a note here so later on we know what is inside. Alright, this current arrow settings will store when it's working. I'm not sure if it's working, but in best case, it will store on the left side the direction. So the name of this one, raycast name, for example. Then on the other side, it will store an array with raycast name. Then at the second point, the type, raycast type. And at the third point, this is also a string, and this is also a string, and this is an int. And this will be the order int. Raycast order int. Alright, this is the way how we want to store the data. Alright. For raycast in current interface storage dot get node input output group dot get children, we have to say current arrows settings. I think that we have to do it this way. I always forgot how to do it. Then we say raycast dot name equals, then we have an inventory and then an array, and then we say raycast dot name. Next is raycast dot type, and then raycast dot order int. This way, so we have all the data from the current machine and the current settings. Next thing is when it's two input. Wait, does it matter if it's 2 or 3 input? I think it doesn't matter. The only problem what we can got is variable input UI input groups variable UI in output group will be get node until this one and slash and input arrow group slash output arrow group. All right. And now we have to do for now I need to thinking for raycast in current arrow settings. We have to say if raycast dot get wait. So we're iterating over a dictionary. So we already got the raycast name. So for if get, not get, if raycast 0 0 equals input then we have to say if raycast dot get raycast to equals 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 child dot order int. And then we have to say child dot direction equals raycast. Alright. Wait. I can make it a bit easier also. Um, and actually the only thing what is changing is here. Um, update arrows will always be called when change input UI. Alright, and when we load data. And when we did it alright, then it should work. Load, start, let's see. Great, it's not working. Invalid access to property or key inventory data on a base object of type nil. Huh? I wasn't even starting the game yet. Maybe try it this way. Base string? Wait, why this is string? I mean, it's stored properly. Left. Hä? Oh. Alright, I think now it should work. Unable to iterate on object of type object. Huh? Hmm. Um. Let's try this one. Nope. Unable to iterate on object of type object. Oh. Is it? What? Oh, hello, Mike. Sorry, I didn't see this chat before. How's it going with your game? A long time since I have last checked out your streams. Welcome. It's going well. I am implementing a pipe um function right now. This what I have here right now is a distributor, which will act like a corner for pipes, but also can handle under like 3 inputs or two inputs and two outputs or one output. So you can use them somehow similar, like you could imagine a hopper in Minecraft without the drop in function, only the put items through function. Huh? Why this reparenting is not working properly? Why this isn't working properly when I drop it? It's reparenting it, but it's not reparenting the old one. The new one. Cannot convert argument 2 from object to object. Um, um, yep, UI coding is my least favorite part of game developing. Dustin. Yes, me also. Well said. I love UI, especially inputs and this mouse thing here. Mouse filter, inputs, everything seems to be just the best part of coding. Mm. And when you see something like this here, you are for sure in the UI. Also annoying UI, user input or user interface. Yay. Wait, UI is user interface, right? But it's very, very confusing. I mean, user input is somehow still okay, easy, but user interface is the hell. I can't send this parent here properly. Hmm. The only thing what I need to do is to call this margin container and send it over as aka self. And this one, current parent. But I already reparented here. Um, um, data from parent equals data dot this is somehow a way how I could do it. There's another problem. And this problem is for some reason doesn't make this, I mean, it makes this child visible, but it's not reparenting. It's not doing this one properly. Start, load, start. Error. Why it's not reparenting it properly? I feel like update arrows makes that the current arrows for some reason doesn't has a current parent. Hmm. Without that, it would work. Alright. I'm not sure if you saw that, what I saw. What I saw, it was wrong. What was that before? Why I have 3 times arrow down. Where's down? UI is so much fun here. I really love it. Hmm. I think the problem is the switch between 2 and 3 slots. Um, I mean, without this function, it's working properly. The only problem is it's only just setting it back. Just like it's not saving it. Up, down, up, down, up, right, up, left. But when we do this, it's not saving it properly. This is data which we need to save somewhere. Actually, for 2 states. So like in Distributor, we have inventory data and inventory data 2. we need an arrow one and arrow settings and arrow settings like two UI arrow settings. Three UI arrow settings. Expected variable name after var. Huh? Okay. This always needs to be saved. This one. This one. Wait, no, this one, copy. This one. All right. And this one. Update data. Afterwards, we need to call update arrow dictionaries. There we need to got for child in put output group dot get children. We have to say Um, Here we have to say child.name and then equals array child.name with child.type with child.orderInt else check distributor output. What? Right. And when we have the user, when we have this input now, alright, and this one we have to call actually once when this distributor is ready. Actually, here. No, we have to do it once for 3 input and once for 2 input. Um, 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 um. How I'll do it? Alright. Um, let's see. Under, right, left. No, it's not saving it properly. I think we also need to updating them also here. Two and three. What we got here? Down. White has just one. Hä? Oh. Well. When you have a for loop which will always clear the data, for sure you'll have just one thing inside. Left, left, up, right, down, right. Hä? But left is input now. And up is output. For some reason it's not changing, and this is what we will check now. Let me see. We always have should have 1001 or 11. I mean 2 ones and 2 zeros. Zero one zero one, and up should be output 1 now. Down should be input 1. Actually, down should be... Huh? Nothing is properly working here. Down should be input 0 now. Okay, I mean, I'm updating data here, but what data is I'm updating here? Uh, Direction, this would be left, for example. Okay, let's see what we have got here. Okay, jumping from one error to the other, and order, and order, and order. I think I know what is the problem. When I'm dropping it, I don't change the direction. And we also need to change the direction of this one. 2. Okay, let's try. Left down, down left. So down should be input 1. And up should be output 1. And left should be input 0. And right should be output. Output 0. Let me check something. Okay, and to input, the default is left, up, down, right. Okay, actually now it should work. Left should be input 0, right should be input 1. How I do it here? Because this is totally messed up. The standard 2 is left input 0, up, out input 1, right, left, up, right is output 0, down is output 1. And here it is output 0, this way. This is the default setting. But why it's 3 times right, left? Toggle button, update arrows, update arrow dictionary. No, we should not update them. Because when we update them, the problem is they'll be set just once. We have to do it the other way around. So rather than update arrow dictionaries here, and we have to update them here, right? No. We just have to say this one. This one. Because whenever we change it, wait, for raycast in current arrow settings, Key is int order int. Huh? Only identifier attributes access and subscription access can be used as assignment target. What? Huh? Um, update. Right. But it hasn't. It should be not name. This one. So we're updating the dictionaries. And to get the right settings at the beginning, So here we update the arrows. If it's 2 point, then it will call this one. Here's the input group, here's the output group. So it will display them. Arrow settings equals equals so hopefully, oops. This has to be loaded when we click on it. So let's start. Object derived class of argument 1 texture right or is not subclass of the expected argument class. Arrow slot. And we expect what? Arrow slot, arrow slot. Alright. Toggle button. Oh, I think actually we need to do this one then. Try again. Why it's 3 time left? Left, up, right, down. If it's 2 input, input arrow group, output arrow group. Was this the mistake? Alright, something is still weird here. What? He has 3 arrow datas inside. And here 1. Okay, why he has 3 arrow datas inside? He has just 1, but why he has 3? Why there are still 2? Alright. Something is weird here. I want to know if this is happening already beforehand or just after changing them. Everything seems to be alright here. Right. Alright, there's one more now, and I do not know why, but I have to figure this out. Actually, not today. That was it for today. I say thank you to everyone who was watching. Thank you very much. I hopefully see you tomorrow again, right at the same time like always. If you want to support me and the game, you can wishlist it already on Steam. It will help me a lot, and I will appreciate every wishlist and every support from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, day, evening, or whatever time it is where you are right now, and take care, everyone.